Hey everybody, welcome on into Xbox Games Showcase Reactions live here on youtube.com/OnosaurusRex. How did you possibly get tangled on something? Hello? One HDMI cord? My name is Sean. This is my YouTube channel.
It's a simple job. Just in and out. Nothing to it. Everybody hit the floor!
World premiere.
People don't like you very much.
Sometimes I react to things. Sometimes I don't do it very well. Sometimes I do it at the last minute. Sometimes, it's kind of just a mess. Hello. Happy Sunday. How's it going? Hopefully everyone's having a good one. Been kind of excited. I haven't actually watched any of the game showcase stuff. I was going to say it's been an exciting time for games, but I don't really know because I haven't watched anything.
To investigate some plague that seems to be corrupting our very souls. You want us to trust you. But the truth is...
Oh, okay, alright. A little gunplay action there?
Scare us. The way you fight. The power you wield. The secrets you keep. You're either here to save us or destroy us. So now that you have all this power, what are you gonna do with it?
Oh, because all your choices matter. Visually, this game looks pretty cool. I don't know that I love the combat system, but whatever. If there's some gunplay, it'll keep me a little more invested. This music fucking rules. Oh, Avowed. Okay. VOWED, and that's a GP. And they said what, 2024? So this is the stuff that Xbox needs, right? Like an update on on Fable, excuse me. Avowed? Oh shit, rare. Oh shit. What?
Welcome to the Scum Bar, the most notorious tavern on Melee Island. Wall-to-wall rogues and scoundrels.
Why does that sound like Banjo-Kazooie?
Is right for you. A big ship, a
Monkey
luxury
Island!
ship, a ship with just
No
a
way! That rules!
The island. You mean Governor Guybrush. But Freeport's
Oh,
not set
that's
foot on that
awesome!
mission for almost a year.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? I told you no autographs. Though I see you have a meet and greet ticket. And I guess it's not every day that you get to meet the mighty Guybrush Threepwood, the legend of Monkey Island.
LeChuck has turned the memories of this island into a prison for Guybrush.
Well, well. What do we have here?
You need these.
Things may be very different.
Hell yes.
From the sea
Hell yes.
know.
World premiere.
Hell yes. When? July 20th. Let's go. That rules. And that game's already on Game Pass, so we'll count it. It's a little weird because it's a live service update. And right as I was talking about like what they needed to talk about, an update to Sea of Thieves like that's a big deal. July 20th is a Thursday. Okay. So keep an eye out for that. We'll mix that in. We'll mix that back in. Their last update was not great. And then I don't think they ever went back to the story-based stuff, and maybe we missed it, which was unfortunate because the last adventure that they did was actually really good. I actually need to re-download that game onto my console. Some Microsoft Flight. I forgot that they had actually Avowed was already a thing that they had announced. I had completely forgotten about that game. Oh shit, you're gonna land on snow? Oh, hot air balloon trips. Oh, Flight Simulator 2024. Okay. That one's on Game Pass. Flight Sim. I was not sure if that was going to be an update or... Coming to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Oh, is this that? Oh, shit, this is Halo. Nope, it's not Halo. No, it is Halo. Trust yourself. It was kind of a weird... I thought it was something from, like, Reach, but... Or is this the Navy? I don't know what's happening. No, it's Halo. Oh, Dune. Oh. Okay, Microsoft Flight Simulator Dune expansion. Okay.
Hi, Melina here, speaking to you from our performance capture stage at Ninja Theory, where we have just wrapped our shoots for Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. When we first showed gameplay for Hellblade 2, it was a look at some of the game's cinematic and immersive action.
Hellblade 1 is a game that I need to play. I've heard such good things about it.
Today, we're taking you deeper into Senua's story, her personal quest, her unique perspective on the world, and the intimate journey that awaits you in Senua's Saga. What you'll see today is all captured by the team on Xbox Series X.
It's also, I think, a fairly short game, Hellblade is.
She can feel them slipping through her soul, following the threads of her mind. She's here to find them.
I kind of love and hate this shot.
The ones who hide. She needs
Like, it's really fantastic, but it's like just so incredibly claustrophobic.
A question. But it's never so simple, is it?
I wonder if this will be their big fall title next year.
There's always a part of you that changes. A part of you that darkens. And a part of you that dies.
Over there, that pool. I can feel them. I can feel them everywhere. The lost ones. They are watching us.
I love this sound design.
You should never have come here. They can see us.
What is going to happen? It's time to find out. How can we make it happen?
It's time to find out. Why are they watching?
It's time to find out.
What are they waiting for?
Senwa, what are you waiting for?
I'm here.
Watching. More than one.
Where are they?
Where are you?
What do they want?
I don't like it.
I'm scared.
This is too
Mad woman.
Their eyes.
everywhere. Can feel them boring into her.
Witch.
What is she supposed to do? Do something.
Ask them.
What do you want me to do?
Lost souls fall through hell to find us.
You were lost. Not anymore.
Are you ready for what you will find here?
What we will find.
What if it's all for nothing? What is that? There. They are waiting. There.
This is all one shot. I wonder if that's going to be consistent throughout the game. I think God of War is going to affect a lot of games and how they direct their stuff like this.
Touch it.
Feel
You're mine.
your voices.
All the parts of you that are broken.
You can be whole. All the grief,
All the rage.
all the fear.
Everything I've seen. Everything I've done has led me to this place.
We've come so far, not far enough. Say it. You are ready. Tell them.
I am here.
This is incredible.
What if we get lost forever?
What will happen to them?
What will happen to you? I will not let them down.
She is ready. They know.
Go.
Who are these around you, Senua? Those you have saved.
2024, yeah.
Those you
Hell yeah.
to death.
Hell yeah. I believe I own the first Hellblade. That was incredible. I know it's just a cinematic, and halfway through that I was like, should we be getting some gameplay? But then they said they just finished performance capture. I don't know. That was so good that I don't care. Oh, Ray's got to be very happy right now. So is this the game that they just announced the other day, or is this a different game? Is he naked? He is naked. He's 1,000% naked. Hell yeah, nudity! Let's go! See them cheeks. Is this a crossover? I love creative nudity covering. Oh, that's so good. That's so fucking good.
Oh my god! A stranger!
Oh, okay.
Oh, turns up, dude. Yeah, dude. Hang loose, bro.
Is this terms of service? It's just a naked man. Is this like gonna be Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball or some shit? Is this something we don't even know that we need? Oh, he figured it out. He learned. What the hell's going on? Where is he? Like a Dragon. Infinite Wealth. This is the second game. Early 2024. Oops. That, and then home. Like,
Appalachia. What a
I forget what
sight.
the hell.
A
Infinite
verdant
Health?
wonderland
Something?
of
Infinite
promise
something.
plucked from post-atomic blight. The fruit of years of prudent progress and determined reclamation. And
That was not a
millions
Game
of
Pass
hours
game.
worth of keen imagination from the heart of West Virginia to the depths of the pit.
Well, we owe it all to Vault 76.
No matter if you roam alone or spend your time with friends, you'll find a home in Appalachia where the good times never end. There are relics to uncover from a time before.
Did the good times
war,
ever start
along
in
with
Fallout
lots of
76?
friendly folks to meet and enemies galore. Our world
It is
always
weird
changing.
how
Greater foes are overthrown
music
as
like
we
this, I
embark on
immediately think of
expeditions
Sunny in
into
Always Sunny in
thrilling new
Philadelphia.
unknowns. Yes, from Appalachian settlements to Nuka World on tour. You're never short on things to do or places to explore. Think you've seen it all, eh? Well, how about this? Pack your bags for an escape of
Oh, come on.
Epicurean bliss.
Oh, I should have turned left my controller on. Will you? I don't know why the audio gets desunk.
To explore. Think you've seen it all, eh? Well, how about this? Pack your bags for an escape of Epicurean bliss. Put your rad shield on and fix your hair up pretty, because we're headed for the boardwalk of Atlantic City. So there you have it. Now you know. There's a million ways to make the wasteland.
So they did
your waste
Hellblade
home.
and that
when
Like a
you hear
Dragon game
adventure
back to
calling,
back.
when you're
And that
looking
could
for
not
the
have
kick,
been more
answer
of a
the
juxtaposition.
call of Vault-
And both of them, fantastic
Answer the
trailers.
call of Vault 76. Play it now with Xbox Game Pass.
Oh, Atlantic City coming soon. Okay.
World premiere.
That one didn't have a date, I don't think. Capcom. So we've had a couple of these games that look like they're kind of a little more like medieval, kind of that style. But the color palettes have been so interesting that it like hasn't deterred me as much as it normally would have. Most of the time, stuff with like sword combat and spells and shit, it's just like, not for me. But then they throw in these color palettes, and I'm like, oh, this world looks kind of cool. Flower mask, what's happening there? Okay, I'm out. I don't like any of that. I don't like any of what I just saw. Alright, you're losing me here, Capcom. I'd watch someone play this game. Path of the Goddess. No date, but played day one with Game Pass, so that's a positive. We're batting really well here with games on Game Pass.
General Motors' historic
shit, are we getting Forza?
Is embodied in two of its iconic brands, Chevrolet and Cadillac. The V-Series.R elevates Cadillac's competitive spirit to a whole new level with its thunderous V8 and hybrid power. The legendary Corvette has been a celebrated champion for decades.
It's my mom's favorite car.
The all-new Chevrolet Corvette E-Ray continues that tradition.
Is this just an ad
General
for
Motors
Ford?
is proud to usher in a new era of competition with the innovators behind the new Forza Motorsport.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
Forza Motorsport and General Motors are pairing their strengths in technical excellence and sophisticated modern design to take.
Do we get a release date? We got to get a release date. They're doing an expanded thing on Thursday, I think.
To welcome the Cadillac V-Series.R and the Corvette E-Ray to the home of competition.
They didn't even show the Corvette before they started fading out. This is a Game Pass game. This is the one that I think we need a date for. And this game has just kind of existed for years at this point.
I know you're ready. You've got this.
There was no one near you. How did you run into the wall?
Let's tweak the car's performance for the next one. Was your best lap yet.
This is my timeline.
Shout out to the Michelin Man over there. Turns out you gotta... Oh, October 10th. All right, there you go. 10/10. I'm curious if that's the Ultimate Edition release date or the regular edition release date. Let's take a look here.
I have seen all that.
So it could be the 20th for that, and then the 24th maybe for the regular, or that is the 20th, and then the Ultimate is the 17th.
endurance.
Oh, not Skyrim. Again. What are we doing?
Courage. I am the one who knows.
A new expansion for Skyrim. Is this not Avowed?
The first time in my unending existence.
Is it bad that they've got two games that I can't differentiate?
From fate's flow, unseen forces move against me, hungry for forbidden knowledge. A mystery long kept hidden. A secret that threatens to unravel reality itself.
Is this... Are they maybe teasing Elder Scrolls 6? I mean... What is this? What are we doing? It's... I mean, it's... Oh, this is more like... Hands on the keyboard. Are we ready? Are you going to give us a title now? Let's go for that title now. Oh, dear God. Oh, ESO Necron. Okay, great.
CSIS Unit 37. Toronto is under attack. By Null Sector.
There's something different about Null Sector this time.
Oh, good. Is it the single-player campaign that they canceled?
Rounding up Omnics. They need our help.
People
This
are
August.
answering Vincent's recall. There's new blood on the team. And we have
May,
so much to
my
teach
girl.
them.
We can stop Null Sector. Maybe we can save the city.
Coming through!
Been a while, Vivian.
As if I didn't
Her,
have
her,
enough
her.
problems already.
So we fly up there, smash through anything that gets in our way. And what's another business?
I hate to interrupt the moment, but I'm picking up reports of more attacks in other cities.
It's a fight they want. I say let's give it to them.
Engage. Target marked.
Time to create peace with bullets. Greetings.
So I'm guessing that this is here because they feel real confident in their acquisition of Activision Blizzard. Because there's no reason for this to be here. So then you would start the... Oh boy.
Let's go.
Shall we do this together?
Fight with me!
Engaging.
Start to get that branding out there that's like, hey, unlock with Game Pass Ultimate on August 10th.
World
The best place or the only place to play is Xbox. Because that stuff really works for people. When I talk to people who aren't super connected to it, and they think that a game is only on one console because that's all it's ever advertised for, and if you go like, no, it's on everything, they just are advertising it under this brand rather than this brand.
Can you get us out of here? So you're telling me you're thieves who steal hearts, and you just happen to
Oh, here's the other Persona 5.
The Rebel Corps will always help the Phantom Thieves, just as the Phantom Thieves have helped the Rebel Corps. Never
This one I
forget that
believe
we're
is
a
in
united force
November.
who can rely on each other. You should be grateful to have been made my subject.
Persona, though, and Atlas specifically are very annoying about how they want their games streamed and broadcasted, so I haven't even worried about it. They were concerned about spoilers for a 5-year-old game when Persona 5 hit Xbox, and I was like, you know what? I don't care. I'm out.
So, will you take a stand beside us? Yeah, let's show them what we got.
PST or P5T. 11/17. It's on Game Pass. All right, back to Bethesda. We're lulling a little bit. We gotta get something going here.
Humanity has always hunted for knowledge in the unknown.
That was a Starfield.
The wonder
Is this it? Is this the end?
Not that the field of stars is so vast.
They haven't even shown anything for Halo, which I think is interesting. They showed something for Overwatch 2, but they haven't talked about the new season update for Halo. It's a little worrying that they put Fallout 4
We're all
on
here
there.
because we're committed to the biggest question of all. What's out there?
I believe the game comes out like on a Wednesday. I feel like that would be a
You're part of Constellation
like an
now.
all-day stream thing.
Part of our family.
We do not fully understand all that is at work here.
No finer group in the stars to be unraveling this mystery.
I'll follow you from here on out, Captain.
Grab jump is ready. I love this part.
These artifacts could be everything we've been looking for. Another great secret the universe is asking us to unravel.
Human settlements throughout the galaxy could be at risk.
A little third-person action. I'll do the thing again. They desync the audio for like no reason. We're 26 seconds behind, everybody. Let it load. Actually, that looks better. God, I love space stuff so much. I love it so much, but I don't want to craft and base build.
Whatever lies at the end of this road will change humanity forever.
I don't know if they've officially, set a date for this one.
This is where we belong.
Starfield. Blah, blah, blah. 9-6. Almost the cool number. Almost the sex number. I'm so happy that they are separating them. Pretty good trailer, I will say. I'm curious, thinking about Halo. If Microsoft can acquire Activision, is that where they sunset Halo? Is that where they go, like, we've had our run, but the last, at this point, like 3 entries have not really worked out in our favor? And they just kind of, Infinite's the last ditch effort, and they kind of see where it goes, but when it's done, it's over. Which will simultaneously make me sad, but also, like, I kind of understand it, because I love Halo, and I don't even play it that much. And if they have Call of Duty, which is a known quantity, and they have Overwatch 2, then maybe they can position as more of the Xbox branded shooters, do you really need Halo? I like what we're doing here, by the way, with this this art style. A cute buddy again? Yeah! More cute friends, please. This game looks stressful as hell, by the way. Oh, shit, don't nod. Don't Nod publishes their best work when it's not Life is Strange, and that is not me trying to be an ass. They did Twin Mirror and Tell Me Why, which you can download for free right now. They did both of those games, and they are better than either Life is Strange game that they made. So this is actually very exciting. I do want to go back and actually play Remember Me as well, because that was them as well, and they couldn't get a publisher with it because they were like, no one's going to play a game with a female lead. Like, okay. All right, and then I think Capcom was like, yeah, we don't give a shit. We don't care. Climb Fall 2023, so we got a Game Pass with a
world premiere.
I don't know what the title of that is. JUSANT, I think? I'll write climbing game. Another Game Pass. Cool waves breaking here. You run a Krusty Burger on an oil rig. I need 10,000 Krusty Burgers. Oh, shit. Oh. Look over that can. Oh, I don't like this at all. This looks creepy as hell. Still Wakes the Deep. Early 2024 with Game Pass. Lo-Fi Girl Who Does Stuff. Hi-Fi Rush? Hi-Fi Rush DLC? Yeah, it's gotta be Hi-Fi Rush. That game ate part of my save and I never went back to it. Okay, never mind. This isn't Hi-Fi Rush, everybody. Just has a fucking cool art style. Oh, I love what we're doing here. You're gonna ride a tornado? See, this is the shit that we need, okay? This still Wakes the Deep and the Jusant, whatever I think is what it's called. Getting us back into it. New Day, New Dungeon roguelike? Nah, this actually doesn't look like a roguelike at all. Oh shit, puzzles? Dungeons of Hinterberg. 2024 Game Pass. Not 2025.
Hi. I'm very excited to be returning as Johnny Silverhand in the upcoming expansion for Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty.
Oh.
This new adventure reunites Johnny and V on a dangerous spy mission and introduces Idris Elba as
I think it's a
secret
big
agent
deal
Solomon Reed.
that he is back for the
It's
DLC.
really amazing to share the screen with
And
you,
Idris Elba?
It's cool to be a part
Are
of
you
this game with
kidding me?
man. As a player, you'll get to visit Dogtown.
Oh man, we
an
didn't get to.
unexplored part of Night City.
Do you think they're going to end this
and
with saying like
rescue the president of the new United
what, his
States
meme?
of America? Expect a massive expansion, twists, secrets, and plenty of stuff to do. I know the team at CD Projekt Red just keeps raising the bar when it comes to telling cinematic stories in video games. And I really can't wait for you to play it on Xbox Series X and S. But enough talking. I'm guessing you want to see for yourself. And so it is my honor and pleasure to give you and introduce the official trailer for Phantom Liberty. Check it out.
That was a weird. That was a weird cut.
There's gotta be.
Was it You're Beautiful? Was what?
Johnny, I'm dying. There's nothing can stop that.
Below deck?
V. My name is Songbird. I'm an NUS intelligence analyst. I know about the bomb ticking in your head. And I can save your life.
What's the catch?
I need you to get to Dogtown.
Attention all Dogtown residents. The President managed to crash her Space Force One into our humble district.
Man's got 1,001 reasons to want Myers as a hostage. Sleeper agents. Time to wake them up.
So NUSA's tossing us back into the fray, huh?
Stay sharp. We're in the wolf's den now.
Get Myers out of there.
Time to evac.
Her safety is the top priority.
Shit! They catch us out here, we're dead.
Wait, hear that?
God almighty! It's moving! Run! This way! Quick!
Oh shit!
Someone ratted us out.
You know, V, treason ain't ever black and white.
It's a charade, V.
Wherever she goes, people get hurt. Bodies drop.
Just want what Songbird promised me. The cure.
Situation's changed. You need to know if you're with me.
Illusion of freedom draws in the desperate. Pick your truth, V.
Come on. Got iron in your hand. Gotta put it to someone's head. Pull the trigger.
Oh hell yeah! Getting stabbed in the hand. Oh, if I can get stabbed by a Santa Claus, I'll be in.
And do it soon. I'll die.
It's a Hot Fuzz reference for all of you out there. 9:26. Holy shit! They really. All right, only on the Series S and X versions, probably the PS5 as well. Interesting. So presumably we've had some real weird transitions. Because this is City Skylines 2. I mean, between the Senua's whatever it is, Hellblade 2, and the Like a Dragon, and then the Cyberpunk and this, are just so weird to put next to each other. This might be a Game Pass title. I believe this is another one of those games that had the have the Roman numerals too. City Skylines is huge, and it is kind of wild. Phantom, what is it? Phantom Liberty? It looked pretty cool. I did not love Cyberpunk. I had a bunch of technical problems on the Xbox One, and I've just never bothered to re-download it on anything else. I think I bought it on sale. It has a 5-hour game trial on PlayStation 5, and I've debated just downloading it on that. But I don't know. They really fucked around with that 6 though. Like, oh, you gonna play Starfield, or you gonna play October 24th, Game Pass? The fall is kind of shaping up pretty nicely here. Only Series SX. This is a really long outro. Did my screen freeze? Okay. So we have hit about the hour mark here in this one.
World premiere.
We have a decent list of games, and I do... Oh, that's my... Oh, I should write this as... Oh, Atlas again.
汝定めを課せられし子よ、憂いを抱える旅人よ。
こいつが俺の凱旋者だ。
果たして誰が次の王か。
己自身に命じなさい。
The creators of Persona 3, Persona 4, and Persona 5.
真の王を志すならば
I don't know why that was so funny to me, but just...
僕のいる世界の出来事は君にとっては絵空事。
まさか人間？
この国は今有史以来の危機にさらされている。どうやら
I mean, they know what they're
力を
doing.
手にしたようだ。
主君に捧げると決めた覚悟そのものだ。
これこそ人間の真実だ。
道は二つに一つ。
またあったね。やはり君は興味深い。
今こそあんた自身がそうなる前よ。
Mirror of reality.
誰もが恐れと不安に負けそうで。
理想を貫け。
何が正しいのかわからない。
すべての始まりはあなたの持つ小説。
幻想はただの絵空事なんかじゃない。
What? Oh, God. I don't even know what that was. Oh, Metaphor?
World premiere.
That logo, I'm going to be honest with you. This logo is fucking heinous. I hate it. I hate that logo.
World premiere.
So let's see. I do have the PlayStation Showcase notes here. Ooh, boy. Did they say how long this was going to be? Banner Saga.
Humanity's cities have fallen. Our people's only means of survival is to seek sanctuary here, in the Belfry. You must explore this world.
I think ideally it would be over before the
to
PC
find
Showcase,
the origins
right?
of this evil. And bring
How long was
hope
last year's?
back to our people.
An ever-changing world. It was 2 hours.
Together, you can save humanity.
Towerborn? Game Pass? 2024.
World premiere.
I mean, Xbox Game Studios, they are showing that logo a lot. They are using that a lot, and that is good. I should probably have taken notes about what it is, but like, that's what you want to see. Oh, steampunk.
This city is a miracle of progress.
I do feel like this would be the kind of thing that people who wanted to see Sony's, like, this is what people I think thought Sony's conference would be. It would be a lot of first-party stuff. But we didn't get a lot of that in the Sony show, and we're getting a lot of the first-party stuff here from Microsoft. A lot of Xbox Game Studios. Tons of Game Pass Day 1.
If you resist my rule,
Looks pretty cool. They've really tried to make steampunk a thing, and it just has not.
if you threaten what I have built, there is nowhere in space or time where I will not destroy you.
Oh, cool. Hell yeah. Oh, shit. I feel like these are very cool mechanics that I'm not going to use enough.
What did I do?
Any last words before my friend puts one in your scalp?
Clockwork? Oops. Clockwork Revolution. Shit. Okay, in due time. Okay. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. Something. I already can't remember the title of it.
Thank you all for joining us.
Hey, Phil Spencer.
Today is a special day for me and the team. I'm excited to see 11 games showcased from our first-party studios.
Hell yeah.
We opened with Fable from Playground Games, which will bring the franchise into the modern era while staying true to its British style.
And we're getting the fuck rid of Peter Molyneux, who overpromises everything.
Shared their first original experiences since joining Xbox with South of Midnight and Clockwork Revolution.
I would say that both of those are highlights.
And we are thrilled at how Avowed is shaping up for release next year from the RPG masters at Obsidian. In addition to Avowed, our studios will deliver Hellblade 2, an all-new Microsoft Flight Simulator, Towerborn,
that dude loves
and more
just
in 2024.
Picking shirts to fuck with people.
Later this month, players can look forward to Elder Scrolls Online Necrom and Sea of Thieves Monkey Island. As we look to
I'm so
holiday,
excited for that Monkey Island.
We will launch Starfield and Forza Motorsport, both built for Xbox Series X, S, and PC. We are also honored to share 14 games today from our creative partners, like Star Wars Outlaws from Ubisoft Massive in collaboration with Lucasfilm Games, 33 Immortals from Thunder Lotus, Kunitsu Gami, Path of the Goddess from Capcom, and more Persona games coming to Game Pass thanks to our continued partnership with Sega Atlas. I'd also like to congratulate the Studio Zero team on Metaphor Refantazio. It's great to be able to premiere what is next from the creators of Persona here in our showcase. We are focused on putting our players and game creators first in everything we do. No matter if you choose to play on Xbox, PC, or over the cloud, all gamers are welcome here at Xbox. When it comes to our consoles, we have heard your feedback on two fronts. First, we have significantly increased our supply of Xbox Series X, making it easier for fans to find globally. Second, we know you've wanted more storage with Xbox Series S, and I'm excited to share we have some news there as well.
A new Series S? Back in black. Oh shit. Okay. As long as it retails for the same price, I think you're fine. Honestly, I have not had a problem. $349. I think that's a little bit more. September 1st. I have not had a problem just kind of moving stuff back and forth.
For the one more thing you've all been waiting for.
But I'm not everybody.
Prepare
I understand
for the
that.
most comprehensive deep dive we've ever done for the biggest game we've ever built. So sit tight and enjoy Starfield Direct.
That's just in time for Starfield. I think that's a good play. That's a really good move to just go like, hey, there's a brand new console out. So that was a little over an hour, probably about an hour and 5 minutes or so. And now we're going to jump into the Starfield Direct. I think that was a really solid showcase. I think that was very good. It was definitely better than the PlayStation showcase. I feel that the games, we got a smaller list of more... a smaller list of games, but there was more to a lot of them. We got like extended looks at Hellblade, some fun little trailers in there, good updates on the more live servicey games that they have. You just did a countdown. Please stop doing countdowns. Countdown to a countdown in 10, 9, 8,
Hey everyone,
7.
Thank you so much
hey,
for
there
joining
he is, Todd
us
Howard.
today, and welcome to Bethesda Game Studios. You know, we've been so lucky over the decades to make the kind of games that we love here. And that's thanks to all of you, from the Elder Scrolls to Fallout. We love creating these worlds and playing in them just as much as you do. And throughout all that time, we'd often talk about and dream up the space game. What if we could take that feeling of being who you want to be and exploring a new world, but set it in space, where you weren't really limited in where you could go or what you could do? And that,
I think it's a little bit of a bummer
Starfield.
that Series S is like
Obviously, we've come a
$50
long
more.
way since then, with the games we've built, our
whatever.
technology, and all of us here in the studio. We've done so much together, but, well, we've never tried to make a game like this. Today, you'll get to hear from many on the team and see so much of what we think makes our game special. So let's jump in and take a look.
I don't know how long this is going to be.
Starfield is our first new universe in over 25 years. But it's still a Bethesda RPG through and through, where you step into a new world and you get that feeling of unlimited possibilities. But this time, it's not just one world. It's over 1,000 worlds.
Yeah.
Because the choice of where to go, it's not
yours.
ours. It's yours. And it wasn't until now that we had the technology to create it. From the rocks at your feet, to the mountains in the distance, to the people and creatures that live in these worlds. That isn't just a backdrop. That moon is actually there orbiting the planet. Yes, you can visit it too. We realistically simulate the galaxy around you. Our next-generation lighting model uses real-time global illumination to light the world based on the type of star and the makeup of the planet's atmosphere. We also have an all-new animation system. And of course, you can play it in third person, and you can play it in first person. We love exploration and rewarding it, but you do explore differently in this game given its scale. That usually involves exploring an area you've landed in. You can collect resources.
Oh, no. I don't
do a
want to
mission,
collect
and maybe
resources.
even stumble upon something unexpected.
But I love space. You did it again. You desynced the audio. What are you doing? I think it's just a straight, like, console problem. What was that jump? I'm a stuntman! Where get my acting card?
We do love stuff and all of the items allowing you to pick everything up. And you can view all that in your data menu.
I'd love a cola.
This is the hub for everything you're doing, from your skills to your ship,
It's a
your
freaking
missions,
Capri
and
Sun.
your inventory. We love to pack a ton of detail in every object, from all of your weapons to spacesuits to food. We just obsess over the details, and food. We obsess over food. When you're done exploring, you can walk back or fast travel to your ship. We have companions and crew you can take with you. I left Vasco here back at my ship.
Welcome back, Captain Howard.
And he can even say your name. Let's head out.
So there was nothing really there. It's just like
Our
a
mission was to convey
short combat
the wonder
piece.
and majesty of space exploration, to evoke the romance of the golden age of early spaceflight. And we've been referring to this approach as NASA Punk. This means a design language where the tech is advanced, yet still looks grounded and relatable.
For us, it's that contrast. That's where the visual interest is. Obviously, the
It's
NASA,
realistic,
which
though.
is the rigid, hard function over style, and then Punk, which is all about style.
You can see that visual style coming through in your ship. Your ship is your home for you and your crew. And like many of the spaces in our game, it has a slightly retro and analog touch, a bit of lo-fi rather than sci-fi, where everything is well used, worn, and lived in.
Alrighty. What's the plan, Captain?
This is your star map. It starts with the planet you're currently on. You can see all of its info and resources. You can choose a landing spot or fast travel to known locations. Backing out further, you can view all the planets in the system. Obviously, the game is big, and it's here you can see planets that have key locations, missions, or life on them, versus the many planets that are barren but resource heavy. Zoom out even further to see all the systems in this part of the galaxy. Here, you can plot a course to ones that are light years away. This uses your ship's grav drive to fold space and jump to these systems. And you will need to upgrade your ship and skills if you want to jump to the most distant ones. But for now, we'll plot a course to the Alpha Centauri system, where we can find the city of New Atlantis.
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo. Scan complete. You are cleared for landing at New Atlantis.
As soon as you land in a city like New Atlantis, your eyes are guided upwards to just these boundless, vast buildings.
It's the biggest city we've ever made, not just in size, but also in the amount of custom art, crowds, and quests.
So the main focus when we're designing a city is obviously what supports the story. We try and tell as many small stories as possible.
This is a colony war memorial.
It's a few moments of gameplay that make the space feel like it's full of real characters that are going about their day-to-day lives.
It's paralyzing if you really stop and think about it.
Buddy, it's coffee.
It's also where your adventure with Constellation begins.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about.
By the time you meet them, Constellation is sort of seen as this mythical group. Most people don't even know they exist anymore. They're the last true explorers in the galaxy, and they're trying to find the answers to some of humanity's biggest questions.
The artifacts are so different, so alien, and I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
Oh my god. Look at how it's coming together.
That means there's a set built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
It's definitely an
It's a Halo
eclectic
ring.
cast of characters. You've got Sarah Morgan, the ex-soldier and adventurer, now Constellation's leader. Mateo, the theologian who believes that there's definitely something else out there. Noel, the gifted scientist and Sarah Morgan's protege. And Walter, a very successful businessman in the settled systems and Constellation's financier.
Anything goes as long as you have the money.
There's also Vlad, the ex-pirate, Sam Coe, the former space cowboy,
Oh god, he's hot.
Barrett.
You know what I hate about
They
these
showed the two
pirates?
hottest people last. They showed the
Completely
beefcake and the
resistant to my
sexy
otherwise
cowboy.
irresistible charm.
The journey you take with Constellation is just the first of many you'll embark on. The Settled Systems is home to all kinds of different stories, people, and adventures for you to uncover.
It feels like they're saying a lot, but it also doesn't feel like they're saying much at all. There's a lot of words here, but it's just about how big everything is. And the only thing that they showed,
is where you'll find
gameplay-wise,
New
was like
Atlantis,
a
the
short
first
combat
major human
sequence.
settlement in space. The people who live here value
Thank God
law,
this is a direct.
discipline, and the legacy of humanity. They consider themselves the true children of Earth.
You ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, even get your UC citizenship?
New Atlantis isn't the only city within the United Colonies. The city of Sidonia on Mars to this day serves as the largest mining facility for the United Colonies. Beyond the United
11
Colonies
hours
reach,
without incident?
you might
We're
find
getting-
yourself in a much
what?
more wild and independent coalition of star systems. This is Freestar Collective Space.
Oh, I can be a hot
Capital
cowgirl.
of the Freestar Collective
Hell yeah.
is Aquila City.
The Stone Root Inn is
Don't
an
you make
Aquila
a
City
move.
fixture.
Working on my cowboy voice.
A ranger relies on judgment and intuition to do what's best for the people.
Neon
hell yeah.
started out as a fishing
Well, standoff?
platform, but is now known throughout the settled systems as a pleasure city where almost anything goes.
Oh, so
If
it's
you've
just
got
it's just Las
morality
Vegas. Huh?
issues, this definitely isn't the job for you.
Ryujin is hiring the best and brightest of today for our future tomorrow.
Everyone has been chewed up and ground up by Neon. Try not to get yourself killed, all right?
Outside the bounds of civilized space, there are still plenty of unclaimed systems to explore, but these areas are also home to the most hostile factions in the galaxy.
The great serpent hungers. All heathens shall be made dust in time.
A new face. This is the face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile.
They think the galaxy is theirs. They are wrong. It belongs to the Crimson Fleet. It always has.
In Starfield, we're pushing our cities and settlements further than we ever have before. It's
That
all
was more
there,
interesting.
waiting for you. A slice of humanity's future.
So, ready to get out there?
Throughout
This
the
is
galaxy,
probably where
there are
they'll
so
reveal
many
the
things
controller.
to see and stories to experience. But the most important story is the one that you tell. I'm the type of person who spends hours in character creation, and I think people are going to be really excited when they see all of the improvements we've made.
Put a character creation tool out early.
Our character generation system. We scanned a wide range of faces from different age groups and ethnicities, and by mixing and matching all that data, we were able to create highly detailed and diverse characters.
We use that exact system to create all of the characters and NPCs you're going to see in the game. So any character you see almost always is a character you could make yourself.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Hey, come on. Come on. Okay, take it easy. You were out cold. No
Of course you
physical
were.
damage. Mentally, the jury's still out. You know who you are?
Why did you
New
make fun
recruit
of
for
me
all those
immediately?
extractors?
Sir?
Ring any bells? Any of this look familiar?
You start your character creation journey as though you're cycling through employee records. You'll pick from a lineup of 40 presets, and that'll be your starting point.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be
Your
such a
journey from there
buff.
can be as detailed
I'm gonna be
or as
so
quick
ripped.
as you want it to be. This new system
Oh.
has more to offer than ever before.
It's the most jacked Western lover you've ever met.
Character generation system we ever had. We let the player get as close as possible to make whatever they want. With the various facial morphs you can blend together, the dermesthetic and makeup, blemishes, scars, piercings, teeth settings. It's a lot, but I think it's the most fun to use.
That shirt? No one's working
Character
harder
creation
during
is
this than
more
that guy's
just how
shirt.
you look. This is also where you start to decide who you want to be.
Threads clinging on
That's
for
where
dear life
backgrounds
as they
come in.
stretch over that buff guy.
Backgrounds give you a bit of backstory and start you out with 3 basic skills.
So this is the weird thing about stuff like this, and it's a lot in tutorials of just regular video games. We understand all of this because this is in every video game and every Bethesda video game. I don't need this. I don't need this explanation. I know what you're doing. You're just doing the same shit you've already done under a different name. I get it.
Given what happened the last time. We're also giving you the option to customize your build even further by letting you pick up to 3 traits. Traits are completely optional, and they come with their own advantages and disadvantages.
It's the same thing you did in the Outer Wilds. Worlds?
Is it really, really you?
He'll join your crew and he'll give you gifts if you're willing to put up with his constant commentary.
I can't believe I get to stand near you, breathing the same air.
I've got to have every molecule.
My favorite trait is kid
What?
stuff. You have to pay some credits to support your parents, but they're very sweet, and it's really fun to go visit them.
Honey, we got ourselves a visitor.
Oh my god!
I came across some hostile zealots in space, but because I had chosen a trait that made me the same religion as them, I was able to get by without any issues.
There's another great one that gives you a damage buff when your health is low.
I will say, I know I just kind
Mercenaries
of
will
like
randomly show up
dogged on
and
it
try
a
to
little
kill
bit. I like that they're specifically explaining
No matter
what
you choose,
what they do.
There will be plenty of ways for you to tell your story. And if you want to remove a trait, there are ways to do that too.
What a view!
God damn it!
It's
You desunk the audio again. You
No
fucking
matter
pain in
what
the
you
ass.
choose, there will be plenty of ways for you to tell your story. And if you want to remove a trait, there are ways to do that too.
What a view! It's a feast for the eyes.
It's like
Off we
YouTube
go
hits a certain
to
point
another
where it thinks it needs to run an ad, but it's a live stream and it doesn't
We'll
understand
let you
how.
discover that on your own.
Desync their audio slightly for some reason.
Once you've built the perfect character, that's when your journey can really begin. We took what we loved about skills and perks from our previous games and put them together to create an all-new skill system. Each
It's
time
not.
you level up,
It's
you get a
not
skill
all
point,
new. It's the
which can
same
be used
stuff.
to unlock or rank up
Stop
skills.
it. It's just a different fucking
Ranks are unlocked
name.
by completing challenges associated with that skill. Challenges become increasingly difficult as you work your way to higher ranks. With our 5 different skill trees and 4 ranks per skill, there's a lot to choose from.
I like the Xenosociology skill because it lets you mind control aliens.
Oh, okay.
Boost pack out of the gate. I'm boost packing everywhere.
I like maxing out my physical tree so I can get neuro strikes and just punch my way through combat. That one's a
Yeah,
lot.
hell yeah, Ragdoll fucking rules.
Invest in the skills that suit your playstyle.
I'm very much a stealth player. So, I'm out there pickpocketing everyone. My favorite part about being stealthy is slowly creeping through vents like you're in a movie and then jumping out and springing on people.
Whenever possible, I like to talk my way through situations.
This area's off limits. Fine, I'll issue you an access card.
I'm more of a run and gun player. I like doing the death from above thing where I boost pack over guys and I throw landmines at them. I like blowing stuff up.
I'm an absolute. Oh my god, that is so mean. Are you serious? They opened a door, threw a grenade, and it closed it. It's like, well, hope you lived a good life.
Exploration is a key aspect of all our games. In Starfield, there are full star systems with new life, resources, and adventures. Our team worked hard to strike a balance between fun and realism. We studied data from NASA and a multitude of other sources to help us make the world feel believable. From the way we approached planetary atmospheres to the way we placed biomes based on the planet's distance from the sun. Once we had created a grounded world, we could start looking at all the things that make that world fun. When you leave a planet and head into space, you'll be navigating asteroid fields, having chance meetings with interesting strangers, dogfighting in space, and exploring derelict ships.
Ooh. Exploring ships sounds kind of cool.
Out there. Ultimately, it's about rewarding your curiosity, because whether it's on the surface of a planet, the alleys of a city, or the vastness of space, you never know what you'll find.
Space exploration is possible thanks to your ship. Your ship is almost like having another character or home you can make all your own. I think you'll be blown away by the amount of stuff you can do. You can buy a ship.
I'm sure you can find something you like.
Customize and upgrade that ship. And hire a crew to keep it up and running. And it all starts in spaceports. Every spaceport has a ship technician where you can purchase, sell, and modify ships.
Anything I can help you with?
Maybe you start off with a speedy fighter that's perfect for bounty hunting. Then you might round out your ship roster with a hulking space freighter to run cargo missions, or even do a little smuggling. For now, though, we're going to take our starting ship, the Frontier, and make some changes. You can customize and upgrade everything you see here, and you have two ways to do that. You can quickly upgrade individual systems like your weapons or shields, or you can deep dive and enter the shipbuilder mode. Here you can change anything from the systems to the look and layout. Adding a new habitat module can give you more room for crew. Adding cowling can change your ship's overall silhouette. An improved grav drive allows for longer distance space jumps. You can even fully customize your paint job to get the exact look you want. The parts you choose to build with don't just affect your ship's stats. They'll also affect what you can do inside your ship. You can have modules for crafting, or for storing and displaying your weapons. Starfield's in-game ship manufacturers bring their own look and feel to every piece of your ship. From living quarters to cargo holds, mess halls, and control rooms. Our modified Frontier is a practical ship, but with a little creativity, your ship can look like almost anything you want.
It's a bit odd, but one of my favorite ways of customizing ships is I make them look like animals. The HMS Platypus, as I called it. Where it had like a giant tail to it. And we've done spiders,
how many penises are people gonna make?
So it's really
Optimus Prime,
your imagination is.
And while you can build your home among the stars the way you want to, you're probably not
that
the only
looks so
person
stupid.
who will call your ship home.
Ready to lift off when you are, Captain.
Engines ready.
The Frontier is fueled and ready, Captain.
Some of the members of Constellation can join you on your journey. These companions can serve on your crew, and they'll always be there when you travel.
We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Each companion comes with their own valuable skills for your ships and outposts, as well as unique quest lines. Eventually, some friendships might blossom into romance.
Hell yeah.
I've never really loved
just two hot cowboys making love.
Except you.
And if you're looking for a little extra help on your ship, you can always hire additional crew at spaceports.
Got any room on your ship for someone like me?
Sure, absolutely.
You'll also meet
Come on
potential
aboard.
crew members out in the world.
Still think there might be a spot for me on your ship? I gotta get off this rock.
Nah, I'm gonna leave
Assign
you.
crew to your ship or
You're gonna
outposts,
die here.
And their unique skills will affect how they run. And just like companions, most crew members can lend a hand in the field.
This game
Take
is
Bosco, for
overwhelming.
instance.
These designed around the core basics of a NASA machine.
Please avoid getting shot. You might die.
I still wanted to give it almost a humanoid personality, so I elongated the limbs. This tends to make him feel more human-like and give him a little personality.
It is a shame exploration requires so much bloodshed.
Using the shipbuilding tools and crew selection features in Starfield, you'll be able to build and captain the ship of your dreams. And now, let's take to the sky.
said it earlier, but thank God this is direct.
We're putting you in the cockpit of your very own spaceship and telling you that you can do pretty much anything. And that is really cool for us as developers. Spaceflight should be exciting and dangerous, and you should feel like you're in complete control every step of the way. We've extended that sense of control to ship combat. It's not about just hitting your triggers to fire your weapons. It's a complex dance between your piloting skills and our power allocation system. Boosting power to your engines will make your ship faster. Powering up the grav drives will shorten the amount of time it takes before you can make a jump. And moving your power to your weapons and shields means you're ready for a fight. You should always be on your toes because you're not alone out there. Unlocking the targeting control system skill will allow you to zero in on specific subsystems of the ship you target.
Oh, okay.
After destroying an enemy ship, you can loot the remains from your cockpit. You can always turn any ship that engages you into scrap. But you can also take a more personal approach by docking with the enemy vessel and boarding their ship.
Oh.
Once you've taken control of an enemy ship, it's yours. Add it to your fleet and retrieve it at any spaceport. But space is way more than fighting for your life. Just like when you're planetside, there are plenty of sights to see and stops to make on the way to your next adventure. Like these massive star yards. Walk the halls, talk to the crew, maybe get talked into buying a whole new ship.
A civilian in my star yard. Let's see about getting you a proper ship, one worthy of you.
Maybe you'll dock with a gigantic battleship, like the UC Vigilance. Or rub elbows with the galaxy's wealthy elite on a cruise ship fit for the stars. There are plenty of personal encounters to be had as well. You can hail any ship you come across to trade, swap info, or maybe even commit an act of piracy.
Let's do this.
When I'm playing, I generally go crazy. I definitely go like the more piracy routes.
So wait, hold on. You take your platypus ship and murder everything?
I'm gonna board ships. I'm like, this is now mine. I steal all these sandwiches and put them, in my cargo hold that I have specifically for sandwiches. I don't want to play the hero, but I want to go out and just start taking things from people as quickly as possible.
It's all about sandwiches. All about them sandwiches. Come on, load up.
Specifically for sandwiches. I don't want to play the hero, but I want to go out and just start taking things from people as quickly as possible.
Some strangers might be looking for a little human connection
What a transition.
in the darkness of space.
Hello, stranger. I just finished cooking up some food. If you want to come on over, just pop on by.
Some of the best moments are the ones you discover on your own. The thing I love most about Starfield
emergent
is
storytelling.
That it is a Bethesda game through and through. It's really about going to strange new places, meeting interesting people, and getting sidetracked on zany adventures. Then realizing 2 hours later that you're involved in a completely new story.
You're human. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
That DNA is so present here. It's in our random encounters, it's in our handcrafted quests, and it feels so cool to play it and just make your own path in this universe. There are over 1,000 planets out there, just waiting for you to visit. We want you to feel like explorers, breaking ground on new planets, exploring every inch of a mostly untouched galaxy. We want you to feel hopeful. We want you to feel this sense of awe and wonder. And sometimes a little fear.
Oh dear
We're giving
God.
you a massive playground and a ton of toys, and just setting you free.
Hey everybody, we've shown you so much stuff, but we thought we'd just take a little break and show you something a little bit different. You know, we put so much detail into our game worlds, and we love the opportunity to bring that into the real world with our collector's editions. And for this game, we've done a watch. It is the Constellation Explorer's Watch. This is the watch that you actually get in the game that acts as part of your HUD, where it's the compass and then environmental information. It connects to your phone to give you notifications and other information. And we've also designed this really cool case that it comes with, Istvan.
Yeah, we really took as much care and designed this case as we did the watch. Our attention to detail in the game totally translates to this. Inspired by the cases that the astronauts used during the Apollo era to bring back samples from the moon. It's got an intricate locking mechanism, authentic, heavy, comes with a Constellation patch, native strap, and the overall functionality and believability of this as something that would exist in the world, in the Starfield universe.
Oh, and hey, take this. You'll find it very useful out there, and it even tells the time.
We actually have something else. Now that we're part of Xbox, we get to work with the amazing people on the Xbox hardware team, and together we have created this custom limited edition Starfield controller. It's awesome. It is now, you know, our favorite controller.
We love this because it's inspired by the actual controls of your spaceship. And not only that, we've created the first ever custom headset with Xbox. And this is a perfect pairing with that controller.
Control, this is Constellation Starship Frontier. All ready to start on your signal. Steady till ready. Coordinates input. Plotting jump course. Guidance has converged.
Wasn't the Fallout 4 Collector's Edition supposed to work with your phone and it like just didn't work very well?
Prepare for departure. Ground jump commencing in 5, 4, 3, 2.
I mean, I'm sure it links through like Bluetooth or something different. It was literally a commercial break. Literally a commercial break.
Games, we always put so much care into all those
Does
little
that mean it's like the
details that
halfway
breathe
point?
life
This
into
is
our
so
worlds.
boring.
But Starfield isn't
Thank
just a
God this
Bethesda
is a
Game
direct.
Studios world. It's a Bethesda Game Studios galaxy. So why go this big with Starfield? Because we want to give you freedom on a galactic level. The freedom to experience both the exciting planets and the quiet ones. Scanning a planet before you land is a great way to get a sneak peek at the available resources you can use for crafting, building, and customizing.
Oh,
I think what's cool
no.
about this whole system that we
Stop.
generate the planet
Not everything has to have
itself
building
as
and
a
crafting
procedural
in it.
content,
Fuck.
but the handcrafted
You know what the
content
worst part of
itself
Fallout 4
comes
was?
as
The
player
building and
explore.
crafting.
Our system builds the planet as the player approaches it. We stitch together a block of terrain. After that, we have the system that adds interesting locations for the player to explore, creatures to encounter, ore and plants to pick up. It allows us to add that touch of environmental storytelling that Bethesda is known for.
Aggressive creatures have been disrupting our experiments. Their habitat isn't far from here. If you could take care of them for us, we would be in your debt.
So even if your friends were to visit the same planet that you had, you would have a different story to tell.
It's completely up to you how you want to interact with each planet, whether you want to explore and see what you can find, harvest resources and be on your way, or simply take in the views. With the help of your scanner, you'll chart the uncharted and discover exotic wildlife.
If you have the skills, you can even figure out that certain creatures and plants, you can build an outpost and produce resources from those plants and animals. You can get experience and rewards for fully surveying planets and fully surveying
there's
a
too
whole
much
system.
stuff going on.
When we were concepting these creatures, we really wanted to think of them as natural to the environment. We didn't want alien monsters, we wanted native wildlife. Something you've never seen before.
When it comes to our exteriors, when the sun moves, all that light is calculated in real time through the atmosphere. Our biggest goal for lighting with Starfield was to make the game feel more filmic, to use lighting and color to really make it feel more cinematic.
After some exploring, you can find a spot to set up a base camp. Outposts can be built almost anywhere on any planet. And the habitat modules come in all shapes and sizes, filling all different purposes. You can even live in them. Assign crew and companions to work at your outposts for added bonuses and set up extractors to harvest resources while you're away.
Something cool we have this time is we have a new fly cam where you can toggle between on-foot building, or you can now use a top-down isometric camera, which helps plan out larger parts of the outpost and placing those larger halves. So that way you can really plan your structures and what the overall feel of your outpost is. And then when you're on your feet, you can really decorate and fine-tune things much easier.
Add crafting and research stations in your outposts to utilize any resources you find or already have.
Mod your weapons to adapt them to your playstyle. Different weapon sights and scopes, larger magazines, a selection of grips and barrels, different ammunition like explosive rounds.
Oh, it takes...
All you stealth players out there will
all of this
surely
is
need a
so
suppressor.
annoying. Fuck. The trailer in the
You can also
whatever it's
choose
called.
to go hands-on with
The
melee
trailer in
weapons.
the showcase was like pretty cool. And the opening part, as much as they weren't really saying a whole lot, I was like, okay, cool, space exploration, pretty sweet. But now we're stuck in this fucking crafting and goddamn resource management bullshit. And it's just so boring.
Starfield, we've completely
It is
overhauled
so
our combat.
fucking boring. That is the most boring
It's more
mechanic
dynamic, the
you can put
animations
in
are
a video
fluid.
game.
It just feels great.
We probably have more mods and more weapons in this game than I want to say any other game we've done before. There's a lot of variety.
Upgraded gear is just one of the many factors to pay attention to when engaging in combat. You may need to switch things up based on your environment. Gravity is different for each planet, and boost packs are excellent for getting around. And for giving you an edge in combat. Sometimes you'll even feel like you're flying. Zero-gravity environments pose a different challenge. Firing a ballistic weapon in zero-G will actually push you backwards. Energy weapons, on the other hand, offer a more stable shooting experience.
We also have mag weapons. These are high-powered electromagnetic induction ballistic arrays. Each barrel has its own targeting laser and can dish out some serious damage. Whether you want to get up close and personal with your own two fists, or you like more compact weapons like pistols and submachine guns, or maybe you prefer something bigger. Starfield's got you covered.
Thanks again for being with us today. We are just so grateful that you've taken the time and spent it here. I know there was probably a lot to take in. There's a lot to the game, even more than we could show here.
Yeah, there's too much. There's too much shit.
Sharing these unique and special moments that only a game like this can bring. When I think about what makes it special, it really is the people here. This game is a reflection of the incredible and passionate team that made it. All of them putting something special of themselves into it. So let's hear some of their favorite moments.
I love the way that our final combination of all the new tech has come together to create some of the most beautiful sunsets and sunrises we've ever had in any of our games.
I love the creatures, the exploration, every biome is different. The word that comes to mind is vast.
I like to use our photo mode to take rock star photos.
I just love that constant feel of discovery and, wow, I can't believe that there's more here.
I'm most excited about our outpost building systems.
My favorite part is every time you step out on a planet, it's a unique experience.
You spend all this time building your ship and you see it on the landing pad. These things are gigantic. It's the kind of thing that you just can't get anywhere else.
There's something about seeing a tower over in the distance and going, I know the gravity's low here. I think I can make that jump.
My favorite part is biomes, spaceships,
audio design,
planets,
the day-night cycle. Those details matter to me. Diplomacy, exploration, freedom,
the ending.
Beskar, obviously.
I love the robot so much.
The incredible amount of worlds we created.
Sniper rifles, come on.
Lever action, rocket launcher,
brain sprout.
Look, lots of things. There's things in this game.
Some people might find creepy.
There's a lot of it.
That's right, Ben. The thing that I enjoy
Goddamn
most
fucking
about the
God,
game
Xbox.
is the
What are you
freedom
doing?
to
And I
be
mean
who you
literally
wanna
like
be,
my
do-
Xbox. Stop it.
But some people might find creepy. I don't know. Oh, that's right, Ben. The thing that I enjoy most about the game is the freedom to be who you want to be, do what you want to do. It's what you've come to expect from a Bethesda title, but on a much bigger scale.
On behalf of all of us, we can't wait for you to play Starfield and make your own special moments.
Main engines go. Good luck, Constellation. You are go for launch.
pre-order, base game, okay. Digital premium, digital extras. Oh shit, 5 days early access? Fuck. Are you serious? Can you pre-order it now? Ah, god damn it. So this is the splash reel that probably should have ended the original, or the initial thing. For me, personally, this needs to be broken into 2 parts, because that's how they advertised it, right? So you have part 1, which is the showcase, and then you have the Starfield Direct. 2 distinct and different things that they just put into one video. The Direct was really fucking boring. I think that they have a game that could be really cool, but I think that they're being too cute and clever with how they're explaining it. Nothing about their game is something that we haven't seen before. We've seen crafting. We've seen base building in their own shit. Perks and weapons and combat and jetpacks and all this stuff we have already seen in games just in general. And I think that there's too much talk about all this crap that we've already fucking seen. We know what this is. And it's the problem that I just kind of have with like tutorial stuff in the first place, of going through and it's being like, oh, do this thing to do this thing and use this point to upgrade this. I'm like, yeah, I understand how this fucking works. What are we doing? And then, so that's like a lot of the you know, the back half of that, that direct is just like a lot about the customization and all that sort of stuff, which is cool, you know. I thought the character customization thing was a little more interesting, because they talked about how it's like a lot of the characters that you see in the thing you could make in the thing, in the base game character creator, whatever. But the front half of that, it's just about how like big and expansive it is, and there's just like not a lot of substance there. It's just a lot of words, and you could see that at the end where they're talking about what their favorite part is, and it's just like, there's like a lot of stuff. There's stuff here. We got stuff. There's like stuff. And it's like, okay, but like, what the fuck is the point? What is the game? I don't know. The gameplay stuff that they showed looked cool, but it was still just like, hey, walk around, and you're not going to have the same experience that your friends are going to have, because they're different things, you know? And it's just like, well, that doesn't... Emergent storytelling, like, isn't interesting to me. It doesn't really, like, work for me. Sea of Thieves is a terrific example of that, of just looking at, like, just go sail and just have an experience. And it's like, direct me. Give me something that, like... a directive. I'm interested in the handcrafted quests. I'm interested in kind of where the story's going. I guess you're kind of doing something, looking for something. I don't fucking know. We're 3 months away from this game, and it's like, what is that about? And that is a wild thing to think about. So the Starfield Direct was not my cup of tea. It was not a thing that I really enjoyed watching for most of it. I thought it was just kind of dull and kind of bland. They talked a lot about game mechanics that we've already seen before, not only from them, but just in other video games. I mean, hell, the perk system's taken directly from the Outer Worlds, whatever the Obsidian one was a couple of years ago. It's like it has some positives and it has some negatives, and you're just like, okay, we've seen this before. So, let's do it. That part I was not super thrilled with. The showcase, on the other hand, I thought was fantastic. We're looking at Fable right now, which is what they led off with. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 28, give or take maybe one there. 28 games talked about, a good chunk of them coming to Game Pass. And a lot of them were pretty interesting. I wasn't super big on Fable. I'm not a big Fable guy, but I love the style and what they're doing here with this trailer, with what they're doing here. I like the talking head. There's some humor in it. I just don't, like, I look at this game and I just go like, It is coming to Game Pass. Maybe that's kind of enough of an enticement to go, like, into it and check it out, but I just don't think it's going to click with me. Interestingly, we got 2 games back to back that have, like, giants and, like, tiny characters. Of the proportions were, like, very weird. Like, you can see here, she's tiny and he's huge or whatever. And a fun visual trick that they do in the early part of this trailer, I thought. We went into South of Midnight. I loved this art style and direction of it. I thought was very cool looking. I don't really know what the hell the game is, but I think that Microsoft did a good job setting off early with some stuff that's like, we're going to look a little bit further into the farther flung future of what you're going to get here with Fable and South of Midnight. Both of these, by the way, are Xbox Game Studios. Phil came out there and said, 11 Xbox Game Studios games, including 2 brand new announcements, Clockwork Revolution, which we'll talk about later, and South of Midnight, that are new from the acquisition of Bethesda, as we're seeing South of Midnight here. And then 15, something like that, games. So the numbers get kind of weird because they talked about some live service updates. So the numbers get a little wonky. South of Midnight, I love what they're doing here. I like a game that has, like, a specific style. Not everyone's going to love it, and I think that people are going to be like, but it's not running at X number of frames. It's designed to look like this, motherfuckers. Designed to look like this. I don't know what this game is, but it oozes style, and that is enough for me. We saw our first look at Star Wars Outlaws, which was kind of cool. I'm not a big Star Wars guy. I was surprised to see this at the Xbox trailer when the Ubisoft Forward is tomorrow, and they even advertised that at the end of this for tomorrow, so that's kind of weird. 33 Immortals is kind of an interesting idea, but it's 33 player co-op, and I feel like that's just going to be like, that's too many people to try and wrangle together to make progress. It's a Game Pass game, which is important because it's going to need a big player base right off the bat to get people in the door from the makers of Spiritfarer, 33 Immortals. We got our first look at Payday 3, and it got dated. It's on Game Pass, 9/21. If you know what Payday is, you know what Payday is. Persona 3 Reload and Persona 5 Tactics, both of those leaked on the Atlas thing earlier. Friday, I believe it was. So we knew those were coming. It's interesting that they're doing a remake of Persona 3 when they just put Persona 3 Portable on Game Pass earlier this year, maybe last year. I think it was earlier this year. So you're going to get 2 versions of Persona 3 that still aren't the original versions of Persona 3 within a year and a half. So we'll see how that goes. Avowed got a new look, which is a game that I completely forgot about, and going back to what I'm talking about with Song of Midnight and Fable, another game to look forward to a little bit further out in the future, because we kind of know what Microsoft has up their sleeve for this year. We're going to get Starfield. We're going to get Forza. I think those are going to be their 2 big games, and we're going to get some DLC updates for some of their other first-party stuff. Though I don't know if Fallout 76 qualifies as a first-party update. Doesn't matter. Let's see. We're going to take a look actually at the Star Wars Outlaws trailer is what's coming up next. We got to look at Avowed. Fine. I mean, it's one of those games. I think it had a little bit of gunplay in it. I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. I don't love the medieval stuff, fantasy stuff. I like more of the space thing, which is weird because I don't really like Star Wars. But we got that. I forgot Avowed was announced. That's a good reminder. So good for them. That game's 2024. Sea of Thieves getting a big update starting on the 20th of July. You'll be able to watch us play that content right here on youtube.com/Onosaurus It is a crossover with Monkey Island. What a fun and interesting crossover. It makes sense. It's not something I ever would have thought of because I don't have a particular nostalgia for Monkey Island, but I recognize what it is. It is like an adventure game. And hell, even when they showed the Rare logo, you're like, oh, okay, probably Sea of Thieves. And then it goes Lucasfilm, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking? Lucasfilm? What? Oh, Monkey Island, because that's technically under the Lucas Arts side of things. Very cool. That'll be on the 20th. I'm guessing it's going to be like the Pirates of the Caribbean thing. So that could be pretty cool, and I'm sure we will check that out when it launches in July. Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 got announced, and that'll be on Game Pass. We also got the Dune expansion for Microsoft Flight Sim. That's where those numbers get like a little wonky. Announced a new game, announced some DLC. That, I believe, was 11/20. I think it's day and date with the movie, so whenever the movie comes out is when that will be available. I kept thinking it was Halo, like, over and over and over again. I could not figure out what it was. Let's see. Hellblade 2 is a superb highlight. I fucking loved that trailer. About halfway through, I was like, oh, are we going to get any gameplay? Should we be getting gameplay from this game? And then they just let it go. And I wasn't 180 turned, but I was kind of like, are we going to see gameplay? And they went, no, watch this and be fully invested in what we are showing you. That fucking ruled. And then we got immediately after that a naked man on a beach and another Like a Dragon game. They just announced another a different Life of Dragon game 2 days ago. And they announced a second different Like a Dragon game for early 2024. Fun trailer. Who doesn't love a big buff naked man on a beach? I mean, I do. So I'm super in. Really weird combination that they went with right there to go to go like, oh, here's this thing. I'm going to skip what you were talking about, Sarah Bond. I apologize. You did a great job. You look great in your dress, but we're going to let some gameplay roll here. Let's see. Those two trailers all back to back was very, very jarring. New Fallout 76 Atlantic City update. Technically that qualifies as on Game Pass because it is on Game Pass and it's free. It's a free add-on. So you can do that if you want. I don't care about Fallout 76 at all, so I won't worry about it. And they just said coming soon. I believe it did. I don't remember it having a date. We got Path of the Goddess, which was the Capcom game. I liked the color palette of it. I would kind of just watch people play that. I don't think it looked like a game that I would enjoy. It is on Game Pass, and again, a lot of this stuff like boils down to like, it's on Game Pass. So why not just download it and try it out? I make content. Why not try to strike while an iron's hot? You know, and at least, you know, give it a whirl for 2 hours. I don't know. Let's see. Then we went into Forza Motorsport, finally getting a release date, 10/10. We're going to take a look at the Microsoft Store because I'm assuming they put up some pre-orders here. I'm not sure if the 10th is for the standard or the ultimate launch. The ultimate typically gives you a few days early access, so it could either be that that's on the 10th and the regular release is on like the following Tuesday, or the previous Tuesday if that's the ultimate. I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing that they do, and they announced the Starfield one, motherfucker. So we got that. Forza it's a simulation racing game. You know what it is if you've played it before. I think it is smart of them to just rebrand it and just go like, look, this is Forza Motorsport. This is moving forward, because Motorsport goes all the way back to the original Xbox, and they were all the way up to like seven numbered entries in the franchise, and then the spinoff with Horizon has 5 entries at this point. Consolidate, get rid of it. There's no big long story, obviously, but just kind of hone in on what you're doing. No one's going to get those confused when they're at a video game store. They look good. I mean, it was kind of a weird ad for like how cool Dodge is or whatever, but whatever. Let's see. We got some Elder Scrolls Online content coming out on the 20th. I feel like that's a thing that's just kind of existed. Then we immediately followed up with new Overwatch 2 information. They said something about new adventure. August 10th on that one. I wrote that very weirdly on my notes, so good for them. What's interesting is there's 2 interesting things about this. And I mentioned it a little bit earlier. Number 1, I think they did a nice job by spreading out some of the like games as a service announcements. I think it's nice that they kind of spread them out a little bit rather than putting them all together. Throughout the broadcast, I was kind of wondering like, should they have put this together? Should they have like spread it out? Like, how do you do that? I think spreading it out is fine. They coupled things together where it made sense. What's interesting about this is we got an Elder Scrolls, and this is the second point, we got an Elder Scrolls Online update and a Sea of Thieves announcement. And they didn't even talk about the Halo update that's coming out. Even as a reminder, even as like a 1-minute ad that's like Infinite's getting new updates and it's getting a new ranking system and it's getting new modes, new maps, whatever. Not even a simple 1 minute of that. And I talked briefly about it, but I wonder if maybe if they acquire Activision Blizzard, is this where Microsoft starts to sunset Halo? Because unlike something like Forza, which dates all the way back to the original Xbox, those games come out, they are reviewed well critically, and they sell well. They do well. And Halo has not really had that. It had its kind of moment when they released the stuff, when they released the multiplayer in beta and kind of fragmented the release on that, which was kind of weird, but also didn't really matter because it was on Game Pass, but it was like multiplayer in beta first and then the campaign later. And the multiplayer did not feel finished, and it still doesn't feel great. I mean, gameplay-wise, it's felt pretty solid from the jump, even back to the alpha stuff. But ranking, and it's been missing features, and the XP system is god-awful. It is such a weird game, and Halo is in such a weird place. This one felt like it was the one that needed to set the series straight. And it didn't. I just don't think it did. And that sucks to say as a fan who has loved Halo since it came out, even though I didn't have an Xbox. You know, I've been enamored with that series for 20 years at this point, and it sucks that that game cannot get back to where it was. 343 has done a very good job trying to bring it into the future. 4 was like a little too Call of Duty-y, but they made some smart changes to make it feel like Halo and 5, but add some things here and there. Infinite probably feels like the best modern Halo ever, but where does the franchise go from here? And I think it's maybe looking a little too much into it, but if you're advertising Overwatch new content, if you're still sticking with the ESO stuff that comes out in a week, you can't talk about Halo for a minute for something that comes out in 2 weeks. That is so worrying as a fan of Halo. So we got those two kind of live service things. Persona 5 Tactics got announced, even though that was also one that leaked. 11/17. I don't love the art style of it, and I'm also not a big Tactics guy, so that's most likely a pass for me. Also, NIS is so annoying with the way that they want their games covered that it's kind of just a huge pain in the behind. So it's not even really worth it. We got a great trailer for Starfield. All of these games, by the way, that I've talked about, from Hellblade, no. Every one of these games that I've talked about so far, except for Star Wars, are on Game Pass. I think ESO's the one that I'm not 100% sure on, and that might be a paid expansion. So then you'd be looking at every one of them but one or two that aren't on Game Pass. That is fucking huge. Overwatch, Starfield. Got a really good trailer for that. I was like, oh man, do I like Starfield? Do I want to play Starfield? Am I into Starfield? Yeah, and then they did that direct, and I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't know. I feel so on the fence about it, and it's just, I'm curious about how it operates in the early hours of the game, how much content is locked behind, like, oh, you have to go out and, like, craft and do all this stuff, because that's going to deter me right away. But if you can kind of avoid it or skirt around it, for the most part, then I think you can kind of get away with it, but I don't know. I didn't love what I saw. I doubled down on the worst parts of it. So Starfield 9/6, maybe sooner if you get the early edition, so it could be the 1st, which is kind of interesting because the 6th is technically the 6th is a Wednesday, and then you would be able to have it potentially as early as Friday the 1st, or depending on when it unlocks, the 31st of August, right before a long weekend. So that's kind of cool. Then we got Jasant. I'm not sure. It's the climbing game from Don't Nod. I'm gonna actually here. We'll just do this. We'll back up, and we will go to this one over here. I love what they're doing with this game. I was a big old fan of this one. Don't Nod's best stuff is when they don't participate in the Life is Strange series, and the Life is Strange series is at its best when it's Deck 9 and not Don't Nod. Very weird. I just don't like Life is Strange and Life is Strange 2 as much as I like Before the Storm. And the pinnacle of that series, True Colors. This looks great. It looks cute and colorful and beautiful art style, but also looks terrifying as hell because it's climbing. So I'm very, very curious to see what this game ends up being. This one is a Game Pass title. Fall 2023, so we'll have our eyes on that one. And I'm sure I'll play that as soon as it comes out. Still Wakes the Deep. We're getting into some hits here. Still Wakes the Deep looked creepy as hell, and I am very interested to see what that game looks like. That was the one that was set on the oil rig. Looks like there's something that's in the oil rig what the hell? I don't know I think that's what that's called. Is an oil rig thing? I don't know. But that one looked good, but creepy. Early 2024 on that Game Pass as well. Dungeons of Hinterberg looked really cool as well. Great art style. I liked what I saw from the gameplay. Some combat and some puzzle mechanics here and there. Oh, you're using the wind there. Okay, cool. Oh, all right. Interesting. I'm sorry. I'm locked in on this trailer. This game looks awesome. That one was 2024. Dungeons of, I think it's Hinterberg. I might have the title wrong on that, but Dungeons of something. Game Pass 2024. Then we got to look at Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty. They really farted around with the 9 and the 6 there because I thought it was actually going to be 9-6, which seems like a really stupid idea on their part. Just get out of the way, Starfield. Pick a different day. They did. 9/26 on that one. City Skylines 2 got a release date of 10/24. With City Skylines and Cyberpunk 2077, you know what you're getting in these games. So I don't feel like I really need to explain these. Then we got Metaphor, which apparently had more of a title that Phil talked about at the end of it. Could you tell that it was from the creators of Persona 3, 4, and 5? Because boy, did it look like a game from the creators of Persona 3, 4, and 5. They really locked in on what they're doing there. 2024 on that one. I did not see a Game Pass logo on that. I think it was just Series and Steam. So there you go. We got Towerborn, which I'm kind of blanking on, honestly. If I'm being real, we'll pull that trailer here in a second. Clockwork Revolution was kind of their last big announcement of it, and that one was the when it's ready, when it's done, we will have it out for you. That game looked awesome. Hinterberg, did I write that down correctly? The Clockwork Revolution looks so cool. It looks like a game that's going to have a lot of mechanics that I'm not going to use. It kind of reminds me of something like Dishonored, where there's a lot going on in Dishonored, and I just don't feel that I'm skilled enough or thoughtful enough or smart enough to use the mechanics that the game gives me to consistently put the way the game, put the mechanics of the game into action in an effective way. Feels like that's going to be a game to watch other people play. That's going to be a lot of fun and kind of creative with how you can pull bridges down to kill enemies and rewind it and put it back up. This is still wakes the deep, creepy old game. But that looks, absolutely fantastic. Clockwork Revolution looked awesome as hell. That's a really good ending game, and I think that's kind of what I'm going to leave with on a lot of this stuff. Oh, this was one I was trying to figure out that other title of.
Bring hope.
Yeah, I wasn't wild about this
back
one.
To our people.
Okay, yeah, co-op adventure, okay. Yeah, maybe something for the two of us to play, but I don't love the way that looks. As far as it just kind of looks like side scroller. I'm sure there's more to it than that, but take a look here at Clockwork Revolution. Clockwork Revolution, I thought, was a very good way to end this thing. We got a lot of dates out of this. We got more dates out of this than we did the PlayStation conference. We got a lot of single player or first party stuff out of Microsoft, and we get a good idea of what we're getting. So we've already had Hi-Fi Rush, which debuted well and did well critically. We had Redfall, which is a game that maybe should have been canceled, but fine, whatever. We have at least 2 more games from them this year in Starfield and in Microsoft. No, Forza Motorsport. So we're going to get 4 big first-party games from Microsoft this year. That is good news. And we have 3 big of their 3 of their big first parties that we know about a little bit more in the far-flung future. I will be surprised if we see Fable South of Midnight or Clockwork Revolution next year. But there's some solid Game Pass editions in here with 33 Immortals. There's oh god, oh boy, don't blank now. Still Wakes the Deep, Dungeons of Hinterberg. That's 2024 stuff, and I'm sure that they have other things that they haven't announced yet that I think could maybe see 2024. Maybe Fable's there. Maybe Avowed. Avowed has 2024 as its thing. I knew there was one that I was forgetting. But Avowed is in there with 2024. Hellblade 2 is in there with 2024. So I think you got 4 this year. You have 3 next year. And then even further out, you have something like this. You have something like Fable. You have South of Midnight. Microsoft's in a very good position right now. And I think this was a very good showing. And I think it's important for me, at least, because I think it's important for me to differentiate this as 2 different pieces. It's presented all as one. I understand that. But the Starfield Direct was specifically called a Starfield Direct because I think they knew that if they spent too much time on it in the regular press conference, it doesn't work. It doesn't play the way that you want it to. And I think you want to hit through all of these trailers, which have more depth, which have more bite than we've seen in some other conferences lately, and get you excited about playing on Xbox. And I am excited about playing on Xbox. I'm super excited to jump back into Sea of Thieves for the Monkey Island stuff. I want to play Jasant, the climbing game, in this fall. We got dates for some stuff. I mean, this was a terrific mix of what to look forward to in the immediate future, a little bit further, and the far-flung stuff to kind of keep your eye on as it works its way through development. So I think this was a great press conference. I think it was a solid, I don't know, probably 8. And that is, again, making sure that I'm differentiating between the Starfield Direct, which was fucking boring. And if you include the Starfield Direct, which was fucking boring, it really drags it down. And I think that's why they did it as a 2-piece sort of thing. You could have hopped out, not watched the Starfield Direct, and you wouldn't have missed any information. You got everything you need to know out of Starfield in that trailer. It's coming out in March or September. There you go. That's what you need to know. All right, let's check and see if there's anything up here that'll kind of give us a little bit more of a clue as to when some of these things are coming out. They are not up. Okay, interesting. I wonder if the Xbox Wire will have anything. I'm actually kind of surprised. Oh, you can pre-order Cities Skylines. That's interesting. Oh, this was the other Like a Dragon, by the way. The man who erased his name. Like a Dragon Gaiden. They just announced that. And then there's like, hey, here's this other one too. So good for them. Yeah, so I don't see Starfield and I don't see Forza Motorsport. So let's do this. We'll check the Xbox Wire. Because if that game comes out like on a Thursday at like 9 p.m. Question mark. Oh, and then the last announcement that I almost skipped. Xbox Series S is available with a 1 terabyte SSD. It's $349. I think the regular Xbox One S, or oh shit, hang on, time out. Xbox Series S is now available with a 1 terabyte SSD. It's going to be in black September 1st with a $349 MSRP. The regular one is $299, I believe, and they discounted it down to $249 during the holiday season for the Xbox Series S. So keep that in mind. It's a really great time to make sure that they are putting that out right before Starfield. I'm assuming Starfield is going to be a very large file size. So getting a console out that has double the storage space is good news. Okay, let's see. Starfield Direct. They're calling it a double feature. Where is Starfield Direct? Played on day one with Game Pass. I was kind of curious if we would have more information about the release dates. Hold on. Because I was wanting to see Spiritfarer, Don't Nod. Because it would be out September 1st. Drops new trailer. This is where it gets kind of wonky. Oh, hopefully I'm not like... Oh, I am killing the kilobytes a second for some reason. Sorry about that. Okay, we didn't... there's not as much information as I thought we would get. Oh, whoa. Stop dropping kilobytes. You're fine. Everything's fine. Don't drop frames. Okay. Hey, I thought it was a solid direct. What did you think? You can let me know down in the comments below. Go ahead and get me to the live portion here. Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed. Check back Wednesday. I might talk about some of the other press conferences. We'll see what kind of like good internet I have. Otherwise, it might just be uploaded like a random day, some other time. I don't know. So check back sometime Wednesday. Might be streaming some more of these press conferences. I was out of town for a little bit, so I didn't watch any of them. I didn't watch Summer Games Fest or the Guerrilla Collective or the Wholesome Direct or any of those other showcases. So I might take a peek at those on Wednesday. Just be sure to scroll down, subscribe, ring the bell. You'll be notified when I post new videos. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you hanging out on this lovely Sunday. We got to learn about some games and got to watch a solid press conference from Microsoft. And as far as the summer stuff is concerned, I would go Microsoft and then PlayStation. So there you have it. We'll fill in the other blanks in the future, and we will see you next time right here on youtube.com/SeanOsaurusRex. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.